Good morning, good afternoon. I Martinez. My name is Itself, and we're live. So, I don't really have any plans. I have 6 Reddit stories for you guys. So, um, last time I was live, it got interrupted. Even though I put it on Do Not Disturb, a phone call was still coming in, and then it made everything go black, and I just didn't want to work anymore. Yeah. So if you were there, then you know what happened. If you watched the replay, yeah, you know what happened. So it was pretty interesting. That's never happened to me before. Um, but yeah, like things are constantly updating, and yeah, very interesting. As you can see, I don't feel like doing a face mask right now, and I don't feel like doing my makeup either. So yeah, pretty simple. Just wearing Jeffree Star lip oil and Widow. And yeah, so give it a little bit of time. We are actually gonna go look for promotion clothes for my twins. They're promoting from 8th grade to ninth. Lucy will be promoting from Canada first as well. Um, so yeah, Lou is with her dad right now, and we'll take her separately, probably for the best because when Lou's there, it has to be all about Lou, and yeah, I don't feel like having any more bickering than we need. Because, of course, with my twins, there's a lot of bickering this morning. Who's going to shower first? Where did you put this? Where did you put that? Oh my goodness, just shower. Yeah. Like, I don't know. It's really not that hard. Whoever gets up first, shower first. Like, I don't know. But it's always something. I always gonna argue. So, yeah. A lot of bickering with those two. Always. What's it like having twins? Headache. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. It's so funny seeing how they have similarities though. Not just that they look similar, but like needing the same heart, like implanting the closer heart murmurs, that they each coded within 15 minutes, that they would lose the same teeth within days or hours. Like with their vision, one of them being nearsighted in one eye and farsighted on the other eye, and it's both of them, same thing. And it's just like it's so interesting. And when they need teeth pulled, same ones, like yeah, very similar. One has a dimple on the left, one has a dimple on the right. So when you get them just right and get them both smiling, it's like one complete face with the dimples. So interesting. Yeah. And they both have hazel eyes, which is not weird. It's just weird in the sense that supposedly they're supposed to be fraternal, supposedly, right? Um, for having like one side of your family always have blue eyes and the other side always have brown eyes, and then both of you have hazel. That's interesting, especially because hazel eyes are supposed to be really, really rare. So I don't know. But let's get into the story. And I forgot I need to check my volume to see how it sounds and all that. I usually do it by now, but I forgot, okay? Like, it's the thing. I don't remember sometimes. I think it sounds pretty good. Hey, what are you doing? COVID. So, sorry about that. Cats. Hi, Melissa. How are you? Can you hear me now? Because it came in on my side. Because I just checked my volume. Let me see. Hello? Hello. Alright, let me see. Hello? Hello? Okay, I can hear on my end, so I don't know. I moved the mic a little closer. Okay, I can hear on my end, so I don't know. I moved the mic a little closer. Oh, okay. Yay, you can hear me now. That's so weird. I don't have that issue when I'm like, just have like my iPad, but with my headphones, sometimes it'll come out all muffled. I'll turn my headphones off and I'll turn them back on, and then it's fine. So, I don't know. It'll randomly happen and I don't know why. Yeah, I was going to my Reddit story. So I have to start from, well, I don't have to, I want to. From the ones I got cut off last time. I just don't remember the order. But yeah. So this one is, would I be the a-hole if I told my best friend I won't be coming over anymore if I know her boyfriend will be there? Hopefully I got the right ones and I didn't like delete the ones I needed. I'm like, oh. I hope I did it right because I can't remember which stories I read and which I didn't. So me, 23F, and my friend, 23F, I'll call her Vib, got into it a few months ago because her boyfriend, and it's been slightly awkward ever since. Her boyfriend, Tom, 21M, and a couple of his friends came over to watch a football game back in late January. For a bit of background, he is her first boyfriend and they are attached at the hip. She only hangs out with him and his group of friends, but has been trying to invite her friends along, myself and a few others, in order to weld these separate groups together, I suppose. While watching this game, I noticed one of Tom's friends is making some very weird remarks about the players on one of the teams. After a few of those super weird jokes that I had all but tuned out, he out of nowhere does a Roman salute. For context, I'm black, Viv and Tom and his friends are white. I was immediately uncomfortable, but since no one else seemed to pay him any mind, I just ignored it as well. That whole series of events made me wary of Tom and his whole friend group, which I expect to live, but she just kind of waved me off, but agreed not to hang out with the particularly weird friend. Still, I don't want to hang out with Tom and the rest of his group, but if I try to bring up anything about it again, I know she'll take personal offense. She's the host of our friend group. Pretty much anytime we want to get together because her house has the best accommodations. The problem is every time she invites me over, I know Tom will be there. Even if it's a smaller gathering, we rarely, if ever, hang out just us girls anymore. I don't necessarily want to stop being her friend, but I know if I made it an ultimatum situation, she'd likely choose him, even though we've been friends for 15 years, because she is just that love struck. So I think the best course is just to stop going over to hang out at their house. But I know this will upset her a lot. Does that make me the a-hole? I think separating yourself from an uncomfortable situation doesn't make you an a-hole. It just like shows people you will not tolerate that without having to actually say it and make it weird. You just show it your actions. So, not the a-hole in my opinion. And I didn't have this exact thing happen, but I had something similar with my friend when she got a boyfriend, and this was in high school. Um, he didn't like me. I don't know why, but he just didn't. He didn't like me. So, instead of her finding a balance between me and him, she let him kind of take over and take her away from me and just insert herself with his friends that she didn't really have anything in common with. So they were all like stoner skater boys, and she was kind of like a reserved little church girl. So yeah, and we had a spat, we had a fight about it. And then she's like, "Oh, but you know, you had a boyfriend or whatever." And I was like, "Yeah, but I never left my friends completely alone or isolated. I made sure there was someone else to take my place before I left them alone." And she didn't have a rebuttal. So yeah. Let me know what you think. Next one, and I hope I'm not reading the same stories because I don't know. This one is, am I the a-hole for going out to eat when my husband is working late shifts? My husband and I work different shifts. Shifts. Okay, that's not coming out the way I wanted to. I worked first shift and he works a late second shift. So we don't often eat dinner together because he leaves for work right before I get home and he gets home from work after I am asleep. We have also we also have very different tastes in foods. He has a more basic American food-based diet and he also loves seafood. I love foods from other cultures, but I don't like seafood. Because of this, when we are home together, we cook different meals and eat it together. If I make something he likes, I'll ask if he wants some. If he makes something I like, he does the same. But we always eat together on our days off, whether it be eating out on a date or eating cooked food at home. We've been doing this for years and it's worked. But since we work different shifts, 5 to 6 days per week, I'm eating dinner alone. I usually cook, but a couple of times per month I go out to a restaurant that serves food he doesn't like to have for dinner. When we are talking later, I usually tell him how I had something from a restaurant and he asks how it was, and I tell him, no biggie. The other night I was out trying a Peruvian restaurant recommended by a coworker. My husband and I had looked at the menu and he didn't see anything he was particularly looking forward to on it. So I added it to my list of places to go when he works, and I went that day. He got out of work early and called me and I told him where I was and he got mad. I finished up and went home and he was upset and asked how long this had been going on for. I was confused because he knows I do this, but apparently he thought I did pick up or delivery. I tend to eat in because I don't want dishes at home. He also can't really explain why he is so mad, but it seems he's mad I'm out dining alone. I just go out, get food, and read while I wait and eat. Then I come home. It's always food he won't like as well. So I go alone so I can have it. He hasn't been really talking to me since it happened. The conversations are short and cold, and it makes me feel like I did something wrong by doing this for years and not specifying I eat in the restaurant to do it. He has never acted this way, but acted this way about anything else. He has always been very kind and willing to work through any issues we have. So I'm not sure what's the difference with this. Am I the a-hole for going out to eat alone and not specifying to my husband that I eat in the restaurant? NTA, I don't see the problem here. You told him you were eating food and he never asked whether you were getting food like delivered, if you just pick it up and take it home. A lot of people do this, like my mom included, because she doesn't like food in her cars, like leftovers. She doesn't like the smell. She says it stays in there for a very long time, so she will eat at the restaurant, eat all the food there, and go home. I don't see anything wrong with that. Let me know what you think. Because I don't think it's a big deal, but let me know. Is it? Should she have been specific? Would you stop your spouse from eating at a restaurant by themselves? I don't know. So let me know, what do you think? Is the woman wrong for eating in a restaurant and not telling her husband that she's eating in the restaurant? Like, she told him what food she was eating, and she just didn't say she was eating in the restaurant. I don't think so. I don't get the difference. Because, like, you're alone. It's not like you invited anybody else. It's not like she would constantly go out with coworkers and then say she wasn't out with coworkers, you know? That I understand a bit more. But solo dining, a lot of people do it. And I never look at the solo diners and think, did you let your spouse know that you're eating alone? Like, who thinks that? Enjoy your food, dude. Lady, like, I don't know. So, yeah. I don't know. But we got more stories. So, yeah. Alright, let me go back to the comments since, like, when I read, I don't see them. So, let's see. Yeah, it's hard to, like, for the first word, it's hard to date someone and then, like, you don't get along with their friends and it's, like, a big deal. Like, yeah. Let me know what you think. Whether you're in live or you're watching the replay, I need to know. Well, I don't need to know. I want to know. There's a difference. Alright, this one is, am I the a-hole for walking out of a party after my boyfriend lifted my skirt and showed my butt to everyone to show off my tattoo? I might have slapped him before I left, but oh my goodness. I, 18F, have been dating my boyfriend, 26M, for almost a year now. Wait, she started dating him when she was 17? Okay, ew. I know in some states 16 is legal, but ew. Okay, that's besides the point. We went to a party at his friend's house. It was people he knew, and I was only familiar with a couple of faces. I was wearing a cute skirt and a fitted top that he told me to wear. I have a tattoo near the back of my thigh that's special to me. It's a small, delicate piece honoring a late family member. It's delicate and personal, and that's not something I typically show off unless I'm comfortable. At one point during the night, a group of us were standing around talking, and the topic of tattoos came up. People were showing theirs and sharing the stories behind them. Someone asked if I had any, and before I responded, my boyfriend laughed and said, "Yeah, show them, babe." He suddenly turned me around and grabbed the hem of my skirt and yanked it up, completely exposing my bare butt and thigh to the entire group. My BF kept holding my skirt up with one hand while placing the other hand on my butt, pointing at my tattoo. People were laughing. I was so embarrassed and yanked my skirt back down and muttered out, "What the hell?" And he just laughed and said, "Babe, it's just your tattoo, chill." I ended up grabbing my bag and left the party. He didn't even follow me out, just text me later, "You're overreacting, LOL." And was upset later, saying, "You shouldn't have walked out on me like that." Am I the a-hole for walking out on him? NTA, I think you're the a-hole to yourself if you do not dump this man. Like, that is so rude and disrespectful, knowing that you don't show it and just to be like, look at her butt and look at this, and it's just like, you should have slapped him. I know you're not supposed to, but in that instance, that's the least the man deserved. I swear. Right? Just by the title. Like, you do not want to be with a man like this, and it's just like, you're 18, he's 26. There's a reason nobody his age wants him. Like, run away. Like, being so immature at 26, no, I couldn't. Never. That's why it's like I run away when people that age try to like talk to me, and I'm just like, you're a baby. Remember, I'm 34. So, yeah. Okay. Get your thoughts together. Let me know what you think about this one. What would you have done in that situation? Me and Melissa, who has a channel, Sweet Melissa has a channel, check her out. We both would dump this man. No. Like, don't allow yourself to be disrespected in that way. That's not okay by any means. And he's like, oh, acting like he's the offended party here. Excuse me, we need to pull your pants down and show everybody what you got going on. Like, and also, depending on what underwear she was wearing, you might be able to see other parts. Just saying. Nobody needs to see the kitty cat. Like, yeah. No. Oh, I'll be so mad. This is happening to me. Okay. And I rarely wear skirts. Like, I don't even think I have a skirt, actually. I wear dresses, but yeah, you could do that with a dress. Oh, I think I do have one skirt, but it's pretty long. So, all right. This one is, am I the a-hole for telling my brother's wife to stop whining about how it's not fair that I gave the family the first grandkids? Sounds funny. Hello, everyone. Me, 29F, and my husband, 30M, are expecting twins. I'm pretty close to my husband's family, while I'm not so close with my family. My mom always wanted 3 boys, but she had me after my 2 brothers, N, 30M, and T, 32M. Sometimes I talk to N because he and my husband like to frequent the same gym, so they sometimes talk at the gym. My older brother isn't the best. He bullied me when I was a kid because of my asthma and the fact that I am on the spectrum. That's not nice. I didn't invite him or his wife to my wedding because of how he treated me while I grew up. My mom said he wouldn't come, but my dad told her to stop playing favorites and the mom said she wouldn't come. Sorry, she wouldn't come. But my dad told her to stop playing favorites, and she stayed quiet during the wedding. Now, my brother's wife always wants to be the center of attention. She was always saying how she and my brother were the first ones to get married, and she wanted to have a baby when they went to their honeymoon so their baby could be the first grandkid. Well, she still isn't pregnant, and it's been 4 years. Recently, I found out, and my hubby and I are expecting twins. This will be the first set of twins and grandkids in the family, and she went ballistic. She yelled, screamed, threw things, told me that I am selfish for not waiting for her to have a baby, and that everything should be about her, not the unwanted girl. She screamed that I took her chance of being the first girl of the family and Other crazy things. I told her to shut up and stop acting like she was special because she was not, and that it is not my fault that she still isn't pregnant. She called my husband some slurs because he is black, and I just punched her right in the face. Wow. My dad and husband took me away from her, and she started to cry, saying, I don't deserve kids. My mom told me that I should have been the bigger person and ignored her. But how could I ignore her when she called my husband a racist slur? T is saying that he will press charges on me for attacking his wife and that I'll lose custody of my kids. I'm afraid of losing my babies because of that. I'm not a violent person. I don't know what got into me to hit her, but my husband said I was a baddie and I'm not at fault. But I'm still doubting myself. So am I the a-hole? Well, you probably shouldn't have hit her, but I understand the pregnancy hormones. Um, like just dialing it up a lot. And I was pregnant with twins. So yeah, I know. But my pregnancies were a little different because instead of making me like super crazy like a lot of pregnant women are, I was actually pretty calm with my twins and with my youngest. So not the best with that because instead of like making me super crazy, it really made it seem like I was high because I was so chill. Like nothing was bothering me. It was completely unfazed most of the time. So yeah, but I get losing it after like just being disrespected over and over again in such a short period of time. I understand just like snap. And it's probably not even a short period of time. This was building and building and building until oh. Melissa says she was a bigger person for only punching her and not doing more. Yeah, that is restraint. So, and yeah, I don't know. There are people that always have to complain about everything. Like, I have a cousin who is very much like this, always has to be the center of attention. And for this reason, I cannot stand to be around her at all because she's about 6 or 7 months older than me, and she always had to make it about her and all this stuff. And it's just like, um, I wouldn't be surprised now if she's saying stuff because she has an autistic child and she found out when her child was really young. And now my child's diagnosed with autism. I wouldn't be surprised if she's like trying to say something about that. Like, my child's older. My child's been here longer. But my child, unlike her child, my child is high functioning. Her child is lower functioning. I think she talks a little bit, but she's not on the level where my child is. So I could only hear her like being mad about that. Like, I can't control that. Like, nobody can control where you are on the spectrum. You're just on there. Like, but yeah, some people just always have to rant and be angry and like get attention. Just for who knows what reason. I don't know because she wasn't neglected as a child. She was given a lot of attention from what I could see. So I don't know. But her mom did critique like a lot. She would always call her like fat and stuff, and she was always super skinny. And yeah, I don't know. Okay, I think we have two more stories, and they're pretty short. So this one is: am I the a-hole for refusing to babysit my sister's kids when she had an important work dinner? There was nobody else? Like, okay. I, 24F, am currently working full time while taking night classes for my master's degree. Oh, you're busy. My schedule is packed. My sister, 30F, has two kids, 4 and 6, and constantly asks me to babysit last minute. Oh boy. Like, I've helped her out at least 15 times in the past 3 months alone. Wow, that's a lot. Sometimes with literally 2 hours notice. I've missed study groups, rescheduled meetings, and even called out sick once to help her. I love my niece and nephew, but oh my god, it's getting ridiculous. Yesterday, she texted me at 4 p.m. asking if I could watch the kids from 6 to 11 because her regular sitter canceled. I had a huge exam the next morning worth 30% of my grade that I needed to study for. I told her I couldn't this time and suggested she try the babysitting app I showed her before. She freaked out, saying it was an important work thing and I was the only person she trusted. I stood my ground for once and said no. She ended up missing the work event. Now my whole family is blowing up my phone. Apparently, this work thing was actually a dinner with her boss where she was discussing a promotion. My parents are saying I'm selfish and should have just studied earlier. Without any notice, as if grad school works that way. LOL. My sister is giving me the silent treatment and posted a fake FB Facebook status about people who don't value family. Like, I've dropped everything for her kids so many times, but the one time I prioritized my education, I'm the villain. I feel bad about the promotion thing, but also feel like I'm becoming her default childcare without any consideration for my life. Am I the a-hole for refusing to be her emergency babysitter this one time? NTA, you had things going on. And it's not like it was just like a quiz worth a couple of points. It's almost half your grade. Like, yeah. You do things when you're able to because you work so much and you're cramming in night school and they're not like on your side and it sucks. That's like I understand that she needs help, but why couldn't your parents drop everything and watch them, since they have so much to say? It's their child, their grandchild. You don't have the same responsibility they do. Okay? So you're not the home, my opinion. Right? It's like you're the mom, you figure it out. If you don't trust people with your kids, that's a you problem. And it's probably not like this dinner was like just mentioned to you earlier that day. It was probably in the works for a while. You're telling me you didn't have a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks to figure something else out? Like, I hate the procrastinator in people sometimes. Like, I get it, I'm a procrastinator, but if I know there's something I really want and I know I need a sitter, I'm getting my sitter weeks in advance. I've done that. Um, I'm not last minute because I know people make plans and then they have stuff that they need to do. So yeah. And then I'm also checking up, like nothing came up right. Like you can still do this, right? In case I need a backup plan. Like you never know. Some things do come up randomly. So yeah. That's your job as a parent. Don't be mad at somebody else because you failed at your job. So, yeah. Remember, I'm gonna be leaving soon, so we have one more story, and then I'm gonna say bye because just gotta make sure we're all ready, and then we can head out and go do what we need to do and be back home and just kind of chill. Oh, so I forgot, I need to bring out meat to defrost. All right, last one. Am I the a-hole for asking my BF to change for my birthday dinner? What the heck was he wearing? For my birthday, my boyfriend asked where I'd like dinner. I sent him some options and he booked one. I got I got all excited and dressed up really cute, and he is in his usual track pants and mismatched old t-shirt. He dressed up and put on a short sleeve collar shirt in navy and kept his sports track pants, which are black and red and blue stripes. Oh, black with red and blue stripes. And flip-flops. I brought out a simple track pants and or dress pants, saying it would look better as the outfit is very mismatched and this is a nice formal dinner. I mean, I even bought another brought another track pants for him, even though I obviously prefer he actually wear the dress pants. But I'm trying to be as understanding as he likes comfort and doesn't care about fashion. He gave me attitude and joked on a video call to his buddy about how I can't even let him wear what he wants and called me crazy. I kept quiet because I felt like he can't be serious and he would change his pants for me since it's my birthday dinner. And I never get on him about his daily relaxed clothes. But no, he didn't change. I got upset and said that him not even putting the basic effort is disrespectful. And it hurts that he is joking with his friend and wasting time when he could be changing. He complained, saying how I ruined the night by picking a fight and why can't we just go to dinner and wear whatever and eat? He stormed out saying I'm the problem. Am I the a-hole? Edit. He is 30. I know everyone is saying this sounds like teen problems. As I reread everything, I really can't believe I was questioning myself if I was wrong. To add, he has no problems getting dressed for client meetings, family visits, etc. He also used to be very into fashion at one point, but recently became more relaxed as we are in a warmer climate. Um, Honestly, I don't think you're the a-hole. I understand there are restaurants that are like that. Like, they have a certain dress code and they will not let you in if you are not dressed in that way. Some of them I heard actually have like coats. They let you borrow if it requires a coat and you don't have one. But yeah, to make a reservation for a restaurant where you have to dress formally and you want to go in workout clothes or just lounge clothes, like, that's so weird. Like, you cannot get dressed up for a reservation you made for the love of your life or your partner for one night, but you can do it for work and you can do it for your own family. Lady, this is not your man. Like, he ain't the one. He might be a placeholder. Like, I don't know, that's just so rude. Let me know. I don't think you're the a-hole at all. Like, I think vice versa. If you flipped this on him and he wanted to go to a fancy restaurant and you decided you want to go in some flannel Christmas pajamas and just like a tank top that's like got stains or something, he'd have an issue with that because it looks like you don't care. And I get some people are really like that. Like, if it's not about them, minimum or like barely any effort. But when it's about them, they go all out. Like, yeah. You really want to be with someone that matches your energy. Like, yeah. Because I've met plenty of people like that, that when it's all about them, they're all into it, they're all happy, they're all ready to get dressed. But if it's for anybody else that's not them, they're wearing real casual clothes, they're not putting any effort in, they're not really socializing, they're just like, why am I even here kind of attitude. Um, and you really don't want those kind of people around, especially when you're celebrating you, you know? But let me know what you think. Right? It really does sound like a toddler. It sounds like a little kid that's upset because they cannot wear what they want to wear. Like my 5-year-old, what did she pick out for herself? She wore brown pants, brown little leggings with like deers on the knees, and pink Crocs and a gray like Sonic shirt to go with her dad. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. Like, you're not going out to a party, right? You're not going out to anything important. That's fine. Wear that. But there's no way I'm taking you to someone's like wedding dress like that. You know, I'm not taking you to like this nice celebration dress like that. So, yeah. When you're little, that's on your parents. When you're an adult, that's on you. It's nice to have someone there to point it out, but it's just like, it's not embarrassing. I don't know. It kind of is to me. That's what I think. I think it's embarrassing, but not everybody thinks that way. So let me know what you think. Don't forget to leave comments and don't forget to like the live. And thank you for being here. I gotta go. I got stuff to do today, but I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. Thank you for hanging out with me, and catch me in the next one. Remember, I got videos coming out 3 times a week: Monday, Thursday, Friday, and I got shorts in the days that I don't have videos. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. So definitely check this out. Bye.